I'm eating crunchy grapes. They have seeds. And I'm coloring my hair with beet. This is a little test spot to see what happens. I'm going to leave it for about an hour and see. The pink hair beet juice experiment didn't work, so whatever. And last night and the night before, I used my spunk or Himalayan acupressure mat before I went to bed, and both nights I didn't wake up to pee, and I usually do. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'll try it again tonight. I had a good sleep for sure. And today I'm feeling a little, not sure. And I just downloaded iOS 11, and I'm parked here, and a screen came on saying, we just detected you might be driving. Well, I was driving 5 minutes ago. And it said, do you want us to turn on Do Not Disturb? Well, that was pretty disturbing to do that when I'm not even driving. So we'll see what little things are to learn on iOS 11. So this blah feeling feels like having access to very few epi-gestures, less clarity on what to do next. This park closes in half an hour, so maybe I will go to a store and try to get a pair of shoes that's suitable for this kind of weather. And maybe after that I'll go home and work on putting the private audio videos on my blog. And I have those snacks. Yay. Happy October. It's October 1st, and today is the day I marked in my calendar as the longest I've gone since the major crisis I had in January. So that's a pretty big milestone. So every day after this will be the longest I've gone. Though I did have some more crisis stuff come up in March. But it didn't get bad because I nipped it in the butt with antipsychotics at the time. And then I went on the journey of tapering off all medications and have been off all medications for 17 weeks. And I'm in my favorite magical forest. And it looks extra magical. This says it all. They talk about tree hugging. There's 3 trees hugging. And I don't feel like I have a lot of words right now. I'm not sure what that's all about. I think it's a biorhythm of sorts. I feel like I'm having quite a lot of subtle intimations of insights, but I haven't been writing them down, really. I've been writing down some stuff related to what I want to create, but not the insights, because I'm not making it a practice of writing insights down and talking about them like I was. So I'm wondering if that voice is atrophying because I'm not participating with that process. I'm not sure. I do want to get to a place where I can speak insights and not need to write them down and talk about them later. And I was looking at some of the ones that I never did get a chance to say, because it would take quite a few hours to say them all on video and edit it and everything. And maybe I'll make that into something else, because there was a progression there somehow, and I'm wondering about that. For example, I had this subtle sense of the words how to. Whenever one asks how to, change the word how to now. Because now is the only moment that we can do anything, but if we think how to, it's delaying doing, acting, which is part of the moment. So there was that. So then I also realized that the moment becomes the teacher. Because this course I want to create, it's challenging, because how does one show another that you don't need anybody to tell you what to do, how to do it? You can learn from each moment, and when one begins now to have this moment now and each moment now be the teacher, one doesn't project the need for some kind of personal teacher psychologically. Of course, we need teachers to teach us skills sometimes. I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but I do need to keep talking to myself, because that's what I do. And I can't even remember if I said it's getting cold. Feels officially like fall. And last night I did some coherence breathing, and I was able to stay in coherence a lot, and I felt calm and blissful. And I also did a little bit of muse meditating. And I did the Spoon Himalayan acupressure mat and things to be in my body and connected with my physiology. I'm feeling that right now. It's feeling less creative and more grounded in my body. So paying attention to those biorhythms and not necessarily feeling like, oh my gosh, where did the creativity go? It can be creative to be connected to the body as well. Part of this is, if one really thinks about it, that a lot of times one gets lost in activities that make the self important. And is the self important at all? just looking at something like this cleanses the eyes.